Okay, so we got our motor mount and we got our 18-tooth pinion that I want to use on my rig here. Now, the big problem here is that with the motor all the way down, it doesn't touch. So we're going to need to cut out a little bit of this rib back here in the back. And the rules of injection molding say that can only be so thick, it can't be a solid fixture. So we're just going to cut it out. Let me show you what the underside looks like. So this X-Max is a modular system. So the piece that we're going to be cutting out is right here, which means that motor is only going to be maybe 1/8 of an inch or so from that drive shaft. But that honestly doesn't matter at all. And this whole section is covered by this skid plate anyway, so it's not a big deal. And the little bit of rib support that you see in here, that's not a big problem. So we're going to cut this out, mount our motor down low, and get this thing running. Firmly attached the motor here, and I double checked the mark, so got a little bit of variance in there. Got my fancy cutter here. I'm just going to cut straight, and then I'll probably take the bottom out and clean it up with a Dremel. We got it cut out, and we have good meshing on our gears. Let me show you the back side here. You can see how much we had to cut out to make it mount. Now, most people who are using these motors never have to do this because they're looking to go faster, but I'm trying to go slower. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to design a cover to go over this to keep sand out of there as best we can. So when you're designing the cover for something that somebody else manufactures that you know full well you can't get the drawings for, something that's really handy is stuff like this. Now this is a custom grid paper that I made. It has 1mm squares inside there, and that's 10mm are the big ones. So in this case, I'll put this on there, I'll go over it with a pencil and get a good outline of it, and then I can just measure off of this grid paper. I will here in a little bit take this thing and turn it on its side if I can, and do the same thing to get this information, and we'll just go back and forth like that. I should have this cover good to go tomorrow. I start printing tonight, maybe in the morning, so keep an eye out. Here's our progress on it so far. Now that's the main gear cover there, and the motor mount part is right here, but I haven't cut that out yet. I'm going to make the solid object, and then I'm going to remove any material I don't want, and the last thing I'm going to do, well, second to last, is I'm going to shell it at 1 or 2 millimeters and then cut out the holes that I need.